Blyth in, known to locals as the Boot. We're going to take a little tour of the space and we're going to show you the details of how to make an old building actually accessible. Welcome to the Boot, also known as the Blyth Inn. I've got Ange and BJ here with me today. Can you guys tell us what your role is here at the Boot, where we are, a little bit of a history?
Sure. So I'm the manager of the Blyth Inn of the Boot. I've been here for about 8 years, but full-time as manager for 1.5 years. This building that we're in with a few additions was built in 1906 after the original building that was 1854 had a fire. So there's been some additives over the years, but this original building is pretty old. The Boot's been in business as a hotel and as a restaurant for over 100 years. So yeah.
So we're here to do some updates. Tell us what you think is the burning issue here.
Inaccessibility.
In a nutshell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we need to improve the ramp entering the building and improve the washroom so that it's accessible.
Yeah. Even entering the building, as BJ said, right? Just having handles for individuals that don't necessarily need the ramp but do need the assistance to get it up over our step. So we want to change all that. We want to make it that anyone can come to the Blyth Inn, to the Boot, have wings and burgers, a beer, whatever is needed. So yeah, the bathrooms are probably my biggest concern and issue and have been bothering me for a while. So I'm excited to be able to change that.
Okay, so aside from the fact that I have been politely harassing you, why now?
Well, it's always been something that's bothered me. I started in developmental services. That's actually where my background is in developmental and mental health. So I used to help people. I did rec, so we would go out and take people, and bathrooms were always an issue for us. Now, because I have your help, which is huge, that our owners are on board, and it's just, it's time. It's overdue for time, and I just really want to do it when, we can, and when everything's good to go.
And one of the things, I say it all the time, you can't stay. I also say it's not as complicated as people think it is. So what we've done already is we've looked at the bathrooms that you have in the building, and we've sort of talked about what would be the best place. Why did you pick this bathroom? We'll see it in a minute, but tell us why you think that's the best bathroom.
Because it's accessible for everyone. It's right when you come in the lobby, so it's right at the entrance. You don't have to go through the restaurant, try to navigate tables, which I want to work on that setup too, but it's just easier access. It's right in the door so that you can see that you can stay here, right? There's a bathroom I can use, I can stay. You don't have to go all the way through to go, oh, you know what, this isn't gonna work for me, or this is gonna work for me. And then it just gives, I don't know, it's a piece of dignity as well. You can go in and go, this isn't gonna work, or it is. And thought it was a big daunting job. I thought it was hundreds of thousands or thousands of dollars, right? And as a small business, I think that's probably what stopped me. But then after talking to you, I was like, oh my, I actually slept better that because it has been something that has really, really bothered me. And to see how easy, I'm not the constructor, he is, but to see how easy it's going to be.
It's going to be so easy for him.
Right? But then it also makes me kind of kick myself too, because we could have done it earlier. I try not to should myself, so we could have done it earlier. So I'm just really excited about it, and I think that this is going to be a great spot because it's when you come in the door.
So now I can add that to the benefits that I give to my clients is I help you sleep better at night.
It really was something.
So great.
It did. It added a lot of stress to me because I felt horrible. I've literally helped customers up off the toilet. Well, that is not cool to ask your waitress to help you. And for me to offer, I always feel bad, but I would say I can do that. And yeah, that's not fun. Yeah. And I want everyone to feel welcome and that this is a safe spot. And I think that's a really big part too, is if you can't get in the door, if you can't go to the washroom, it's not safe. right? So I just want everyone to feel welcome.
So great. And we've got a few of the pieces already on site. We've got our toilet, we've got our toilet seat. We're gonna show you guys what we're dealing with in terms of the existing infrastructure, and we're gonna talk through the steps and show along the way that it isn't as complicated as everybody thinks it is. Yeah, so let's get to it.
All right.
So here we are at the boot, and we're gonna walk through what the options are for bathrooms that could be renovated to become accessible. So here's the first one, out in the hallway. This is the ladies' room. Woo. Push there. So in here we've got 2 stalls, both that are not accessible size stalls. So, and then this sort of partition wall, and then a sink here as well. So this is option number 1, and we're gonna go and look at some more options. This is option 2, the other ladies' washroom. Double sink, and 2 stalls. That's as far in as I can get here without running into the toilet. Yeah, then same thing here. So 2 stalls that aren't big enough to accommodate a mobility device, and we're gonna go and look at the third option. Okay, here is option number 3. This is the men's room in the back of the restaurant here. Actually never been in here before. Ooh, smells like a men's room.
Yep.
All right. Couple of urinals and a sink. And if you spin around here, we've got 1 stall that is pretty tight, but that's as far as it goes here. No closing the door, etc. So now we're going to go look at option number 4, which is the option that we are going to make better. Here we go. Option number 4, also out in the main lobby, the other men's. Come on in. So, what's gonna happen here? Oh, I actually do have room to turn around in here. Awesome. So 1 toilet, 1 urinal, 1 sink. This is the washroom that is the easiest to modify with the least amount of renovation. We're not even calling it a renovation. It's a refresh. Right. We're putting in a new toilet. We're gonna put in some fold down grab bars to make it accessible because the space between the wall and the toilet is too far for an L bar to be within reach of being seated on the toilet. And then we are also going to take down this door or make it bigger or make it better. Probably take out this wall because it's just gonna be 1 washroom. We're gonna flip the mirror, we're gonna lower the soap, add the paper towel so that it's within reach of being seated at the sink. And we're gonna do our best to make this urinal accessible by adding some grab bars. This partition wall is going to be not necessary as well because it's going to be a single washroom with 1 door that closes and locks. And we're gonna wrap the pipes, make sure that they are safe for knees to come up against. Protected the pipes, except it's actually protecting the knees. Anyways, so this is the starting point. This is where the magic is gonna happen, and what I want everybody to see is that it is possible to make an existing washroom more accessible without major undertaking. We don't have to close the restaurant to make it happen. This washroom is just gonna be out of service for a little while, and we're not removing any of the fixtures, which makes it so that the restaurant still has the same number of toilets and places to go as it did before. That's it. Stay tuned. And here we are mid-construction. You can see BJ's taken out that
wall and the door. The toilet's been pulled out so the floor can be done. He does get back behind those walls, adding backing in.
All right, we're back at the boot. I'm here with BJ. The bathroom is done. How does it feel?
So excited to have it done. Obviously, so excited to show it to you and so many of our other customers. And we're able to have customers that we couldn't have before. So very exciting.
What have you heard from people now that it's done?
Oh, great reviews. Everybody's so happy with it. And yeah, there was customers that told us they weren't able to come and now they're able to come. So everyone's very happy with it.
Love it. What was the hardest part?
So the hardest part was it's an old building, so lots of challenges with that. Getting all the wiring for the automatic door into the old walls was a bit of a challenge. Old construction is a challenge, but it all worked out.
Did you keep running into things like, oh, I didn't realize X, Y, Z, now I have to do A, B, C?
Yes.
What was one of those things?
So one thing was, apparently back in the day, they used a wire mesh for corners in drywall, which is way harder than a paper corner. So that was a lot of prying and cutting.
So you went like back behind the drywall.
Yes.
Why did you need to go behind the drywall?
So because we were doing it, I wanted to do it right and have plywood in the walls, so all the handles were well secured and no problems that way with handles ripping out of the wall.
Yeah. Load bearing.
Yes.
Super, super important. That makes me very happy. What do you think you spent in terms of investment, like actual purchases?
I think material was about $4,000
Okay.
to do it.
And we're going to see what those things are. You're happy with how it went?
Very happy.
What would you do differently if you were to do this again in one of your other washrooms?
I would probably use a different door system because this one doesn't allow a manual push. So that's
Okay.
the only thing I would change about it. Other than that, I'm extremely happy with it.
Okay, awesome. And this isn't HGTV. I have seen it. I love it. We're not going to do like a fake big reveal, but I want you guys to know how much it means.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We're very happy to do it.
Awesome, let's go see it. All right, here we go. We're gonna see this totally renovated bathroom. I'm very excited to show it to you. We're gonna start with the outside. You can see they have placed an updated sign, an all gender washroom. It's got braille, it's got raised symbols, it's got the toilet symbol. This is an anybody bathroom, folks. Single stall. Door does not open manually. Please use the button. I think there's been a little bit of, how does this door open? So they've added that language to it there. So I'm pushing to open. There you go. Automatic light. Whew, come on in. All right, so looking at the toilet here, they did not replace the toilet. This is the same toilet, so no extra expense there. 2 fold down grab bars. And like BJ said, he's got backing in the wall. He took the drywall off, put in some plywood so that there was something solid for these grab bars to attach to. And the reason why we did these 2 fold down grab bars is because the distance from the wall to the center line of the toilet is farther than what makes sense for an L bar attached to the wall. So even if we had put an L bar on the wall, it would have been too far away from the toilet for it to actually be useful. So that's why the 2 fold down grab bars. These are the Healthcraft PT rails. And we've got 2 applications of toilet rolls. We've got a sanitary disposal right beside the toilet, so everything is within reach of being seated. BJ even put little felt pads on the wall so that when you fold up the grab bar, it doesn't whack the wall and dent the drywall. So come on in and have a closer look here. great. There's great color contrast now. There's lots more space. There was a door here, which made it really, really tight. So they widened this as much as they could without going into, load-bearing ceiling and all of that kind of stuff. Great color contrast between the floor and the wall. New flooring. Here we go, looking at the sink. The sink is actually the same sink that they had before, the same taps, but they've got a ceramic pipe wrap, so that's protecting knees. So now everything is within reach. Soap and paper towel. Easy to operate with a closed fist tap. You can see my face in the mirror. This was one of the conversations that we had, because the mirror that BJ originally had sourced was not quite big enough for the space, so instead they went with a long skinny one, which just works as well. Open garbage can right below the paper towel. So boom, 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 wash your hands, everything is good. And then you can come over here, and we're gonna look at this system. So you're pushing to open, and then you're pushing to close, and then this lights up to say that it's locked. One of the things that this system has that most others don't is it's actually got some braille on it. I'm hoping that the braille says what it's supposed to say. And then they added a sticker, press close to lock, just for some extra clarification. And that's how that system works. And then we're gonna look at the urinal. So this was already here, this urinal. Same place, not been moved, nothing changed with the plumbing, but they've added 2 vertical grab bars to give people support for standing, and just make it a little bit safer and easier for people to use. So, the things that have been done in this bathroom aren't rocket science. We've not done a major reconstruction. We haven't made the space any bigger. It's exactly the same footprint that it was before. We've just opened it up, added in some new fixtures, added in the grab bars, and now we have a space that works for a much wider range of people. Old toilet, original sink setup, urinal,